Hello my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole. In today's video, we are going to be talking about skincare ingredients that help to fight breakouts, but not just any type of breakouts, those that are related to stress. Backstory on this video. So I know I have lamented in a couple of videos over the last couple of weeks that I was dealing with a bad breakout situation that I attributed to stress. I decided to cancel doing any skincare trials given the circumstances and just actually take my own advice. I felt like I do have an idea of what skincare ingredients I could be using to get rid of these breakouts, and so I decided, you know what, let's go ahead and do that. And after my breakouts did clear, I got to thinking about it and I was like, I should probably share this information. This could be useful information for some of you. So that is exactly what today's video is going to be, and I figured rather than make this video just about products, I would make it about ingredients that you could find in products yourself. I'm still going to give some examples of products, but I'm trying my best here to cover a wide range of prices so that whether your budget is more affordable skincare or whether you prefer to splurge on high-end skincare, you can find a product that works for you. And one final note before we get into this video, the common denominator between all three of these products is that they are all anti-inflammatory. There have been a lot of studies conducted on the effect of stress on the body. We've seen that it can impact the immune system, it can also impact the skin, and that's one of the main reasons why anti-inflammatory ingredients could help you out during stressful times. So the first ingredient on my list is Snail Mucin. Oh my gosh, if you're subscribed to this channel, you know how much I love snail. And it is such a long list of reasons why I love Snail Mucin. Let me read you off a few here. Snail Mucin moisturizes skin. It has an anti-aging effect by stimulating collagen production. It is healing and regenerating. It helps to fade scars. It may help to repair the skin barrier, which is very important. More on that soon. And something really interesting about ingredients that come from nature is that they contain a long list of chemicals within them. This is one of the reasons why I get somewhat frustrated with the clean or green movements. There's these ingredients that come from nature are not free of chemicals. They're long lists of chemicals. And I tend to think a lot of the problem here is that people hear the word chemical and think it is a bad thing, but let me read to you the chemicals within Snail Mucin. Hyaluronic acid, allantoin, zinc, copper peptides, glycolic, and glycoprotein enzymes. But something really worth noting here is that when snails create the Snail Mucin, they're basically following a recipe, and it's kind of, think of this the same as when you make cookies at home. When you are making your homemade cookies, you know how each batch varies, right? Sometimes you're like, put a little bit too much salt in these, too much sugar in these. That's the same situation when ingredients from nature make their recipes. So it's highly likely that you will have varying levels of these ingredients within the Snail Mucin as opposed to if you buy a product that has these chemical ingredients standardized into the ingredients list. And again with snail, that aspect of healing the skin and repairing the moisture barrier are so central to why I think Snail Mucin gives such good results. I tend to think that a damaged moisture barrier is probably very common in the skincare communities. You know, we're told, buy all these products with AHAs in them, and then lo and behold, your acne starts getting worse, and you're going, I spent $300 on skincare, why is my skin worse? It's possible that you damaged your moisture barrier, and that is one of the biggest reasons why I think incorporating Snail Mucin can make such a difference. Even though I love this ingredient, there are two potential cons that you should be aware of. One is that it is possible to have an allergy, and the second is that it is not exactly a vegan ingredient. I have read about how Snail Mucin is sourced. It seems to be sourced over basically grates that the snails climb all over, and then they collect the mucin, but some people are still uncomfortable with that, and I respect that, so I will have a vegan ingredient in this video. But bottom line for me with snail is I would recommend it for dry skin because of all of its hydrating properties, and I would recommend it for damaged skin. I do have 3 product examples to share with you. First up, the Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence from CosRx. I think this is the one where you get the most bang for your buck because it is 96% snail mucin. One comment with this one, don't feel trapped into using this as an essence. I actually find for me, it works better to use certain active ingredients before this and then kind of just treat this like a serum. So to give you an example here, if I'm using a very watery vitamin C serum, I will use that first, let it sink in for a few minutes, and then follow with this. And then the Ionic Black Snail Restore Serum. This one has a little bit less of that slimy consistency, which you are going to get with 96% snail. This one is a little easier to use, a little less disturbing to use, and also rather high in niacinamide, which is another great ingredient for skin. And then the Sinex Snail Matrix Eye Cream. This is one of the most affordable eye creams that I've ever come across in my life. You can get this for $7 to $8 on YesStyle for an entire ounce. That's mind-blowing, and it is such a good product. Another benefit of the moisturizing and anti-inflammatory properties of snail is that if you are dealing with eye puffiness in particular, snail in an eye cream may be a great choice. Next up is CBD, which has certainly been trending in the skincare communities for a while, but I'd say for good reason. This is going to be your vegan ingredient that is anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and anti-aging. In an interesting contrast to snail, which as I said, I believe is best for dry skin, CBD may have a benefit for oily skin types in that it may help to reduce oil production. And I will make sure to have my citations in the description box below if you want to go to any of the primary sources, but one of the studies I was looking at with CBD did find this. The researchers saw that this both inhibited oil production and also had an anti-inflammatory effect, making them believe that this could be a really great ingredient for acne-prone skin. Now for my product recommendations, I gotta give number 1 to the Herbivore Emerald Oil. I tried this not too long ago, but I absolutely fell in love with it. Such an incredible product. I use this at night. It's possible it could be too much for oily skin types, I will say that, but for me, the results of this have been absolutely incredible. If you do have more oily skin, an oil may not appeal to you as much as it does to me, so I want to make sure I mention this as well. This is a product that was sent to me by the brand Truly, which I'd previously only heard of through the Ulta site. They actually have a lot more products available on their website and a long list of CBD containing products. This is my favorite so far. It's the Mary Jane CBD Glow Serum. The ingredients list on this is so succinct. Really, really nice product. A little bit of glycolic in here. And then for a $7 cream, you know I gotta mention the Revolution CBD Rich Nourishing Cream. I am going to say I don't believe this has anywhere near the CBD content as the other 2 products, but it is a beautiful, beautiful moisturizer. And one final ingredient for today's video, and that is honey. Honey is yet another antibacterial and anti-inflammatory ingredient. I do believe that honey is the ingredient I've talked the least about on my channel, so I'll make sure I have quite a few studies in the description box below. Basically, because of honey's antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties, you're getting a combination of actions that are great at fighting acne. And in addition to that, we do see that honey is potent in helping to speed up wound healing. But what about this Manuka honey ingredient? You may have heard of it. It's another ingredient that's getting quite a buzz. And there are some key differences between Manuka honey and other honeys out there. So the nectar of the Manuka plant contains a chemical called dihydroxyacetone. When you get Manuka honey, what's different about it is that it contains a compound called methylglyoxal. And this particular compound actually has antifungal properties. So this is really the core reason that Manuka honey stands out from other types of honey, and it's also why you may see this UMF, the unique Manuka factor rating. And this is all very important to know because it is possible for your acne to be fungal acne, in which case this could benefit you greatly. And for a few product examples in my honey category, the sweetest category, we've got the Begin Cleanser by Simplistic. This was gifted to me by Credithink. Really nice cleanser. The Royal Honey Propolis Enrich Essence from Skin Food. This actually contains royal honey as well as propolis. And of course that is in addition to honey. And then finally, a Manuka honey example. This is the Kanuka CBD Healing Skin Balm. So what you're seeing with this ingredient or product here is both your CBD and your Manuka honey all in one. And what's really nice about this, I had no idea when I got this. This is such a thick product, it'll last you a long time. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Please, of course, keep in mind that this is not an extensive list of every anti-inflammatory ingredient out there, just the 3 that I personally focused on to help me clear up my breakouts. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.